여러분, Yeri-n-Here. Oh my god. So, it's been a while. And I honestly feel like at this point, there's nothing I could possibly say to like excuse my inability to post anything for so long. And I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I know I already said this like at episode 8, but I was at school. I'm so sorry. I did say I'd try to post more episodes, and then I ended up not doing that. But I'm back. I've been back for a while now, but like just getting settled and just like, not, breaking down because school was a lot. And I'm really sorry, guys. But, if you guys could, forgive the fact that I haven't been posting for over 5 months and literally, promised you guys that the next episode was going to be the Sword and the Brocade, and I'm just doing that now. Yeah, we're basically having the Sword and the Brocade today, but I'm still keeping my promise, and also the fact that I kind of sort of might have forgotten our 1-year anniversary, but like I'm still within the month. Oh my god, I feel like me constantly looking at the bright side of just me not doing what I was supposed to do might not be enough of an excuse. But I'm so sorry, guys. Like, basically, I'm back. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. But anyways, since we're back and, we're about to start, and the weather's been relatively nice, like these days. Well, if you ignore the fact that in the morning it's cold, in the afternoon it's scorching hot, and then the evening is like 조금이 살살하다, like a little chilly, then the weather's been awesome, says the one who isn't leaving her house. Yeah, I don't really go out like that, but it's still hot, Anyways, hope you guys have been having an amazing, festive period. It's almost Christmas. And for those of you who love Christmas, hope you guys are getting ready. Ironically, I still, my sister and I, basically, my sisters and I have literally not even put up our Christmas tree yet. Christmas is in, less than 2 weeks. 어머나 세상에. But we're gonna get around to doing that soon, anyways. But for those of you that are, enjoying the festive periods, wishing you a happy holiday or happy holidays, yeah. And hope you guys have been taking care of yourself, staying hydrated. And without a further ado, welcome to another episode of Yeri-n-Here. And enjoy your stay. Oh, and by the way, it's my birthday. Episode 9. Who says all concubine daughters are evil? The Sword and the Brocade. Okay, guys, before I start the episode, I just want to put it out there and let everyone know I watch a lot of fantasy and period pieces. I low-key, high-key, mikey, bikey, side-key knew, but I think I was in denial, because when I had to choose what to talk about for this episode, I had at least 5 traditional pieces on the list. 5! Anyways, back to the episode. If I was asked to, describe the Sword and the Brocade in any way, I'd have a lot of things to say. Firstly, it's the type of drama that I like to see more of. Secondly, why can't we have more dramas with women supporting women in period pieces? We need a lot of that in period pieces. And last but not the least, so you're telling me all these events happened because an elder sister and her mother, who's the nominal wife of the father, like the family, decided to force the youngest sister, that's a concubine's daughter, into her husband's harem. Bro, no. Like, no. I know, as I'm saying it, it sounds so confusing, but literally, the nominal mom, that's like the, legally, like the main wife, basically forced the youngest concubine's daughter to get married to her own biological daughter's husband. Yeah, no. Like, no. Just on so many levels, no. And I think that's like, no, there's a word for that I can't really remember right now. I can't really remember. Like, what the heck? Ugh. Anyways, so the Sword and the Brocade is set in what I believe to be the Ming Dynasty, and it revolves around the life of Xi Yingyang, the concubine's daughter, and Yongping Duke, General, who is also known as General Shu Lingyi. I don't know what I'll be calling him during the entirety of this episode, but whatever I call him, I feel like you guys would know that I'm talking about him. But anyways, so after being sent on exile, like with her mom, by her father for 3 years, Xi Yingyang, that's the concubine's daughter, along with her mom, returned to the Luo Manor. That's like her father's house, like the Fu Jia, like the Fu, yeah, like the Lu Fu, the Lu Jia. I don't even know how to say it, but basically the Lu household, the Luo, like Luo, Luo household. So on the way back, she's like held hostage by a criminal pirate. I know, it's so weird. Basically, she's held hostage by a criminal pirate who's like, in the process of escaping. And basically, Shu Lingyi, that's like the general of Yongping Manor, is like trying to, apprehend him. Yeah, and in order to save her, he like aims the arrow at the criminal, who just happens to kind of sort of be using Xi Yingyang as a human shield. Yeah. So in the process of, him, pulling the bow and arrow and, boom, shooting it towards her, both of them basically just bloop into what I presume is a lake or a pond. It's basically just some body of water. Anyways, this impact throws both the damsel and the criminal basically into the said body of water. And our hero, in parentheses, the general dude, saves her from drowning. But here's the unfortunate part, because he's apparently, like, injured her. Like, he's apparently gone and injured her. So she's, unconscious. And by the time she wakes up, she's like, who saved me? And, like, she ends up misidentifying the person that saved her. And she's now like, oh, hi, you saved me. And I'm like, nope. So basically, her and her mom are like this new dude that saved her, who's now officially her new friend, who is Ling Xixian. P.S. We like him. He's decent. Like, he's a decent human being. We like him. Really, really like him. So basically, he's the supposed person that, saved her from drowning, but he's really not. But that's, they exchange pleasantries, not really get to know each other, but basically exchange pleasantries and thank yous and stuff like that, because the inn she's in has something to do with him that I can't really remember right now, but basically the inn she's in basically has a lot to do with our little Ling Xixian. Anyways, Xi Yingyang gets back home and her stepmom, aka real mom, aka the nominal wife, like she's not her real mom, but like they have to call the nominal wife like mom, and they call their mom like their real moms, that like their biological mothers, if they're concubines, which is so weird. I find it like so strange, but anyways, yeah. So basically her stepmom, aka the nominal wife, is being a bit too motherly, and that's suspicious. That's weird. Yeah. So anyways, back to like the Shulingi's Fu household. That's the general of Yongping, like the Yongping Duke's household. Things aren't exactly all that awesome, because apparently the general rejected a promotion from the emperor in order to help the common people. Yeah, to put it straight, his wives were not happy with the decision he made. Like, what? The emperor is trying to give you a promotion and you said no? Are you okay, man? Anyways, while all this is going on, his nominal wife, which is Yan, that's like it's so weird, but basically that's like Xi Yang's older sister, who was actually the reason for her and her mom, getting sent out of the manor 3 years ago. Yeah, so that sister is married to the Yongping Duke, who is Shu Liangyi. Basically, she's married to him, and right now she has a master plan to get one of her sisters married to her husband. Yeah. Yeah, like, oh yeah, and to also, brand him as a woman stealer. Like, it's weird because, like, basically what she does, is that she wants to get one of her sisters married to him and get another woman, like, made into his concubine. Yeah, she just basically has that plan, and she thinks it's a good plan at first, but the thing is, her husband does not like the idea. Like, first of all, her husband does respect her, but he's not just going to get married to somebody else, especially if that somebody else is part of your family, So basically, in order to, secure her 5-year-old, because she has a 5-year-old kid, and she does not want whoever, because, oh yeah, the important thing is that she's dying. Yeah, she's dying, so that's why she's making all these wonderful plans. So basically, she's dying, and she does not want her 5-year-old to have a stepmom that won't take care of her child. So she's like, why don't I get my sister, like a sister I trust, married to my husband? And definitely that sister is absolutely going to take care of my son. Like, why wouldn't she? She's my sister, and my mom can always make her do stuff, basically. So, in order to, like, protect her son, and also, protect his future marriage, and also protect his right to the inheritance of the dukedom, honestly, like, it's just basically every single right that he has as the firstborn son of the legal wife of the household. She's just doing a lot. She's putting a lot. And then, so basically, she's like in very terrible health. She's making arrangements for her son so he'll be safe when she's gone. And she believes that she's not going to be okay with leaving her kid with a stepmom that's not personally chosen by her. So now, Madame Luo believes Eun-yang should marry the general. She spent a lot of years kissing up to Madame Luo. Like, okay, so Eun-yang is the second daughter. Like, she's a very good butt kisser. Like, she spent years kissing up to Madame Luo, like, behind something good. She just basically acted like a good child, because she believed that definitely, like, if I keep acting like a good child, the nominal wife is gonna get me a good marriage with an affluent family, and like a good husband, and basically she's gonna get respect. Even if he didn't love her, he's at least going to respect her for, her family. But anyway, she ruins that because she basically tried to, like, what's that word? Sabotage her younger sister. That's Shi Yin-yang. So she basically tried to sabotage Shi Yin-yang. And Mother-in-law just wanted, like, an easy puppet. She didn't want anyone that was, going to go above and beyond. And because she was trying to go above and beyond, it was like, yeah, no. Because she was, like, trying. The thing is that Madame-in-law knew that Shi Yin-yang is not someone that could be easily controlled. But then the fact that Yeri-n-Here basically went and sabotaged herself while trying to sabotage her sister, that didn't sit right. And I'm going to get there, so just give me a minute. And we're back with Yun-yang, who has another plan, and it has to do with another noble daughter who wants to get married to Shuling. Remember Shuling, like the general dude? Yeah, her husband, the like general of the Duke of Yongping Manor. Yeah, basically there's this other noble daughter that wants to get married to him because, like, apparently he's a huge catch. Like, I'm not joking. Mister's got 3 wives and 2 other maidens that literally, like, want to go into his harem. But then it's quite ironic, and I don't want to, it's not anticlimactic because it's something that's obviously expected because, dramas. But then at the end of the day, it's the one that absolutely wants nothing to do with him that ends up in the stupid manner to even begin with, like, as the nominal wife to replace her sister. It's weird. Hikey, bikey, psyche, mikey, like, annoying, but ugh. Anyways, he's actually apparently not an awful human being. Like, he's not terrible. He's just testy. Oh yeah, back to the noble daughter. She's Chao Liangfang, aka Chao Yin-yang. Wow, that's a mouthful. So I think I'll just stick to Liangfang. So basically, back to the story. So Shi Yin-yang misunderstands the fact that Shuling, that's Hao Ye, Lao Ye, and that Lao Ye as per lord or master, but basically there's a lot of names here. Shuling, who is, the husband, who is, the duke, who is, the amazing catch with 3 wives and then concubines and women wanting him left, right, and center. Yeah, him. Apparently, she mistakes him for a huge womanizer. Yeah. Who doesn't care about his wife, who is ailing in health. And then also the part that, she low-key, like, doesn't like anyone that has more than, like, she hates her dad. Not hates him, but she doesn't like the fact that her dad literally got married to her mom and the nominal wife and the other sister, like the other sister's wife, mom. So she's kind of not happy with womenizers or men that just, have more than one wife. Yeah. So another fun part of Yuan-Yang's plan is to make Lanfang her husband's concubine. So she'll be out of the way and out of the picture, and one of her sisters will be his nominal wife. So basically, she's like, this little pretty noble girl that I know is madly in love with my husband is going to be his concubine and not his main wife. I gotta get her out of the picture before she dies, basically. Or before I die. Yeah, basically, like, Yeon-Yang is like, I'm about to kick the bucket. And before I do that, before I'm unalived by fate, I am going to have to get this little missy out of the picture. And the only way to do that is to get her married to my husband as a concubine. It's a good plan, to say the least. It would have been better if you just got her, like, tricked and married into another family, but hey, whatever. So basically, this is actually because Shuling, that's the general's mom, basically pampers Lanfang a whole lot, and she's just like, what? If I leave my husband and my child and, die, this noble maiden is going to take my husband and probably make my son suffer. So she basically hatches a plan and actually succeeds. Long story cut short, the plan basically changes everything that she planned for. Thus, like, she decides to basically run away. Yeah, she is like, I'm not getting married. I did not spend 3 years in exile to come back here and get married to a complete stranger. And basically, she tried to run away. Long story cut short, like, there's a lot of other stuff that happened in between, but she decides to run away. And the day she decides to basically run away with her mom gets murdered. Well, now with murder in the way, she obviously can't escape anymore, and she suspects someone in the Shu residence. And, well, what does she do when she suspects someone in the Shu residence? She gets married to the Duke of Yongping, aka ding 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 ding. Yep, Xu Liang. Oh yeah, she also, like, planned to run away with Ling Shi, like the dude she met that she thinks saved her life a couple episodes back, but that was a bust because, her mom was unalived. So she ended up getting married to the Duke. That's Xu Ling. She ended up getting married to Xu Ling, and she just wants to basically take care of her nephew and find her mom's killer. Like, believe it or not, I'm not even, like, halfway done with this. Like, I'm not halfway done. Like, literally, I'm not halfway done with this thing. We've got a long way to go. So, like, she's just there to take care of her nephew, find her mom's killer, and skedaddle. Oh my god, did I just say skedaddle? So basically, she's getting out of there when she finds out the truth. So Lan Fan ain't so happy with the, fact, and basically starts planning. And when I tell you, that girl is the definition of a snake in the grass, I kid you not, because remember Lan Fan, the girl with the long name that I said was so hard to pronounce, and, like, she's a noble and she's madly in love with the Duke, and now she's a concubine. Yeah, so she's, like, trying everything in her power right now to basically sabotage the new nominal wife, who is Xi-Yang. So she's just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. And she makes it her daily goal to, like, frame Xi-Yan for anything that she could get her hands on. Like, anything that could just possibly get her disposed as a wife. Now, here's what I find extremely funny. Little Miss Delulu legitimately believes that she'd be able to get the Duke's favor when he doesn't even give her the time of day. Like, literally, she doesn't even, like, what's that word? Sometimes some people in some of these dramas at least have, like, the whole surface respect. She doesn't give her the time of day, and she believes that she could waltz into his life appropriately and basically, be his main wife. That's crazy. And there's like 3 other women before you. That's crazy. But yeah. Anyway, the dude like legitimately respects his wife. Yes, he's not in love with her. The one wife he was in love with, changed after a while. That was, she's dead now. That's Yun-Young. That's Shin-Young's older sister that basically forced her to get married to her husband. Yeah. So basically, he used to love her, but then she gave birth, stuff happened, he got married to concubines, she changed. And who can blame her? But basically, she changed for not for the best, but hey, a mom's got to do what a mom's got to do to protect her kids. That might not include putting other people's lives at jeopardy, but hey, she did what she had to do. Not generally in favor of that, but hey. Basically, so right now, his new wife, Yeri-n-Here, he basically just trusts her and respects her. He's like not, trying to get any funny business done at all. And he legitimately only added her to his harem because his dead wife legitimately asked her to do it when she was dying. So yeah. And another thing is that I actually really do believe she genuinely loved that his first wife. But, she did a couple of things, failed in a couple of aspects, made a couple of boo-boos, and she just didn't trust him anymore. Now, there's a, scene of their wedding night where Yeri-n-Here is standing straight staring straight at Shui-Ling, that's her groom's eyes, and the dude goes, I kid you not, he goes, only you would dare look directly at the groom's at the groom's eyes on the wedding night. And our girl goes, only guilty people can't meet another person's eyes. Honestly, I love how, her snarky tone and her remarks sometimes are just chef's kiss, because at this point we're just living for her content, because husband's not exponentially helpful. Other people in the household are generally very annoying, so we're just here for her, honestly. So obviously they didn't encompass the deed on their wedding night because cold feet, and she wasn't ready. Actually, she just didn't want to do it, but yeah. So night 2 of their marriage comes into the picture, and well, Shui-Ling goes back to Yeri-n-Hire's room, which is honestly a shock for every one of us. Those of us watching and those of them in the drama, they're like, what? What's going on? We thought he did not like females. We thought he was work, and more work. Anyways, he opens his arms and tells Yeri-n-Here, undress me. And she's like, what? Well, then again, she actually does not know how to undress anyone because, she was never properly educated on such wifely duties. So, yeah. She eventually does that, with help. And then he tells her to help, him prepare bathing water. And honestly, our girl just goes full on mama bear on him, because earlier that day he was punishing the son and telling him that a strong man must be able to basically face this and whatever. So she gets scorching hot water and pours it into the tub. This is boiling water. It's revenge for her son, but it's boiling water. And she just sets it for him and tells him, "There's your water for bathing. Go bathe," you know? And he's like, "This is too hot." And she just tells him, "Well, a man should be able to handle big things. That if he can't handle just a little bit of heat, how will he handle anything else in life?" It's so funny because he said that exact same thing to his son, but he was like, "If you can," he told his son, basically his son was doing the, like, we call it, I think it's a horse stance, but here we call it like a motorcycle stance. It's a punishment. So basically the dad was telling him that if he can't endure that little pain, he's not going to be able to do anything as a real man when he grows up. And I'm just like, you go, Shinya, you go. Basically a couple of days later, like, the general's brother, that's Ling Quan, his younger brother, and her wife Dan Ying come back from the temple, and our little wifey, that's Dan Ying, the wife of the general's brother, is pregnant. And apparently some priest told the wife that she clashes with those people born on the year of the ox, and so everybody born on the year of the ox is sent out of the manor. And guess who just so happens to be born on the said year of the ox? Yep, our main girl, Yi-Nyang. And that's a wrap for this part of the episode. And thank you so much, guys, for listening to this and just vibing with me while I just ranted. I think this was mainly me just being, me, and reliving everything I felt while I was watching this, because I was just like, wow, what? No. Wow. But yeah. But I'll be back to give you guys, an update as to what happens when they find out that Xin Yang is actually the year of the ox, and what doesn't happen after they find out that she's the year of the ox. And thank you so much, guys, for listening to this episode once more. And then again, like I said earlier, it is actually my birthday today. And I was just like, wait a minute. I'm meant to post something. Like, I'm supposed to be doing this. Like, and then I just like, let's post. Let's get it over with. And now we started. I'm going to actually be more. The thing is that the more I say it, the more I do it. So I'm definitely going to be a lot more active now that I'm home. And I've been watching, just like on a side note, I've been watching a lot of like mini dramas that are just like, different dramas put together. A lot of those, because, I didn't really have time to watch actual dramas, like long dramas. So yeah, that's what I've been doing with my time lately. So we might talk about some of those, but we're definitely going to have to finish the Sword and the Brocade first. There's some other stuff. Yeah, there's some other stuff we're gonna talk about, but definitely the Sword and the Brocade is like one that's got to be finished first. Then after that, we might talk about Who Rules the World. We might do that. We might. Because that was an interesting watch. I recently started, like, properly watching The Longest Promise, so that might also be something we'll talk about. But I'm not sure yet, It's gonna take some planning here and there. But thank you so much, guys, for listening to this episode. And thank you so much for spending today with me. And I wish you all have a lovely, amazing, beautiful, and just wonderful day. Bye!